So we talked about, starting your YouTube channel, but to button it up, what are the 5 tips or the 5 steps you would recommend people think through or start planning out today if they want to have a YouTube channel in, say, 2026?
Yeah. Well, I would say first, know what you're going to talk about. So define that niche. And I like to do a free write, honestly. Just start by writing out some ideas, video ideas. You can refine them using tools, using, research, but just start with a free write. Um, most important, honestly, the most important part is to just start because as I'm living proof of, you can redefine that niche, you can pivot, you can change direction. But if you don't enjoy it, if you aren't online at all, you can't refine anything. So you just have to start. I always tell people, my first YouTube video has 100 views. The first YouTube video that I ever posted, and that's after 12 years. So if it makes you feel any better, not that many people are going to see it, and I don't mean that in a discouraging way. I mean that in, this is the rough draft. Um, and then I think consistency while improving, but honestly, don't even think too hard about the improvement part because like you mentioned, it's going to happen. That practice really is the improvement. Don't overthink the tech either. I think that's another point I'd like to add is nowadays, if you have a cell phone truly or a webcam, you can make something that is at least passable and improve over time. Don't wait until you have the big fancy camera. You don't need it.
Mhm. And to that point, that's what I focus on. Focus
Mhm.
on that elementary beginning with your cell phone. Anyone can be a creator, social media, YouTube,
Yep.
podcasts with your phone. I
Mm.
mean, there are documentaries made with iPhone 16s. So if you think about it through that lens, I shot a documentary where we used iPhone 14s for the interviews with our subjects and also had the Sony Red cameras. And iPhones actually came out a little bit better in some lighting situations. So iPhones are great, whatever cell phone you have to get started. I'm using right now of my Mac. I bought this brand new Mac and the cameras I think great. I tested out a few cameras and I was like, you know what? I like this one better. So, guys, it can be cheap and easy. And, as I mentioned in my intro, you can see the beginning of where she started. I have that one of those first studio videos till now and see that it is a transformation. It is a process. And you just got to start and you'll start to figure out your way and how you want to show up confidently every day on camera. So, the other thing I wanted to ask you was, for someone who creates content all the time, how do you advise people to kind of remain consistent all year round? Like you mentioned, you were sick those 2 days, so you
Mhm.
didn't really, post. If they aren't seeing the numbers and you're working with them, how do you get them to keep going? Like, what are the words of encouragement that you might share with them to just get them over that hump?
Yeah. Well, I think you do have to go into it knowing it's just like going to the gym, right? You don't go to I started a Pilates practice maybe 2 years ago, and I wanted to quit after the first time because I was like, "This is really hard." And, surprise, I didn't wake up feeling super strong or having,
You didn't
ripped
walk in and
abs.
you didn't walk out
Yeah.
as a Pilates expert? Like
Yeah, right. And it's the same process. You have to understand that this is an investment, just like, going to a weekly Pilates class is an investment in your health. Posting that weekly YouTube video is an investment in your business. It's an investment in your future. So don't expect overnight results. If you get lucky and get it, just take that as luck. Don't take that as the expectation. But also, it is about looking at that data after a period of time. And I think if nothing else, that's what those first few months are, is you're building data. So now you have something to analyze because again, just thinking and, looking at other people's stuff, that's not building your own unique data. That's not building relationships with your audience. You have to have something to look at. So yeah, put on your strategist hat after some time and you'll be able to make some tweaks and see, hey, this is where people are dropping off. Maybe I need to, pivot that. Or maybe my thumbnails aren't getting a good click through rate. So I need to adjust that. You'll get that, those feedback from the comments as well. Hopefully, people saying, "Hey, love your audio," or "Hey, can't hear you that well," and you'll have places to to improve.